Hey there, it's Aaron. In this video, what I want to do is have a look at a relatively new setting here in Leonardo.ai, one of my favorite AI image generating platforms. It is called Photoreal, and I have done some experimentation with this, and I thought that the results were pretty outstanding. Here's an example of a woman with her arms raised in victory, and very, very nice results. The faces are kind of the same, which is fine. Um, Here's some other examples using some different settings, still with the photo reel. So the faces and the bodies and the anatomy are all pretty good. I thought that it might be interesting to try out some things though that were a little bit more abstract but fun. So for example, why don't we try something like a person that is half man and half dog. Let's just see what this generates for us. So what we got were not the combination of a half man, half dog hybrid, but we do have some images here of men with dogs. And I will say that what strikes me is that the dogs look very natural. The faces have, I mean, you would call it photoreal, but they're not photographic quality, we'll say. They definitely look still like they are digital art. But in terms of delivering the goods, I don't know, I'm disappointed that it didn't give us a half man, half dog hybrid. So why don't we ask for half man, half dog hybrid and see if we can get it to deliver the dog that I'm looking for. So let's look at our set of results here. So we ended up with some nice looking faces again, sort of digital looking, but we have some dogs happening, but not exactly what we were looking for. So we have another man with a dog, a man with a dog that is slightly out of frame, and then we have here the dog hat and stall combination, very interesting, and then we ended up with the man with no dog at all, unless it's intended to be that he's a dog in spirit. So why don't we try something else then? Why don't we try something like a woman staring at the full moon, and let's try that. Nice looking images, but none of them are a woman staring at the moon. We have a moon, you know, in the background. Great, but the woman. Okay, so let's talk about photorealism. Yes, it is what you would call digital photorealism, the faces. Still not photographic quality though. And yeah, I mean, it didn't deliver the goods again when it came to the specific prompt. So we're going to try something else. Why don't we try something like a stock photo of people working in an office and see if we can get something stock photo like. These are usable looking images. That's my initial perspective. Very nice. These look like stock photos and with fully formed figures, some dynamics that are happening. They're unique takes each time. I'm actually quite happy with that. These are usable as actual stock photos. Let's try something else. Why don't we try something like a still life with fruit and a rabbit. Mix things up a bit. Let's try something more like this. Well, we did get exactly what we were asking for this time. We have a still life happening here with some very realistic looking fruit in a bowl, and we have our rabbit just happening to be hanging out here. But really nice looking images, and the quality of the texturing and things on the rabbits is quite nice. Very realistic looking. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. I really, really like the fruit and the overall treatment of the styling and everything. Very cool. So why don't we try something else? Why don't we try a superhero meeting Obama? Let's see if we can get it to generate something with an actual historical figure's face. There we go. So the Obamas are quite natural looking. Here, it's interesting that we have a suit. I guess this would be superhero Obama meeting Obama, but pretty cool. Here again, we have Obama's head there, and then I'm not sure what's intended by one person seated or the other, but they're interesting images. I don't know if you would say that they're real. I just realized the painting of Superman in the background. That's pretty funny. That's really, I mean, these images are really quite outstanding, honestly, considering that this is just AI generating these things. So why don't we try something like a couple staring at each other? And let's see if we can get two nice cohesive faces. So here we have our couples. It's kind of frustrating that they're specifically not staring at each other because they have their eyes closed in each of these shots. So that's AI, I think, just laughing at me. But in terms of the quality of the images, they are, again, photoreal, not photographic quality. But if you look at the quality of this image, it really is stunning. The detail, the symmetry, the anatomy is perfect. The texture of the hair is perfect. Here, his hair gets a little bit unnatural looking just because it looks so gelled, we'll say. But the detail on her earrings and also in terms of the lighting and the shadowing, pretty incredible. I mean, her complexion is outstanding. That does look to me like the profile shot of a woman. So I'm quite impressed there. Great job. Why don't we try something like an old woman and a young baby and see what we can get for some textures of skin. Beautiful looking images. Let's have a closer inspection here. So from a distance, this does look like a photograph to me. The lighting on the child's face is a little bit unnatural looking, but on her face and her hair, really, really outstanding, I would say. This is also quite natural looking. Bit of an AI feel to things, but just from looking at so many different AI images, that's bound to happen. You get sort of a feel for what is AI and what isn't. This face looks a little bit like an old man himself, but striking images. And look at the hands, um, just incredible. That face does look like an old man to me. Um, I love the expression on her face too. These are just really, really striking. And isn't that charming? That actually looks the most natural out of the bunch to me, but there is an issue here with the anatomy, I think. It's just a little bit awkward in terms of it being her arm that is coming down, but otherwise, very, very nice. I'm quite happy with those. Why don't we try something more of an animal? Why don't we try a goat, a donkey, and why don't we try a young woman in there just for sport, and a moose. Let's just get a whole menagerie going here. Pretty cool shots. Let's have a look. Not delivering all of the elements that we asked for. We have two young women and two sort of donkey slash goats. Here, donkeys with multiple people. Isn't that a charming shot? I love, look at this portrait. That is just incredible. The expressions on their faces and the expression on that animal's face are just awesome. That's a really nice shot too. There's something unnatural looking to me about the animal's head, but maybe it's just because it's looking so straight on. But if you look at the couple, I mean, you would think that this was the couple that actually owned this farm and these pictures were taken there of them. So I think that in terms of photorealism on this set, definitely. I think that this could almost pass as a photographic image. Just this guy's looking a little bit too face forward there, but still pretty cool. I'm quite impressed. Why don't we try something else? Maybe not including people, but something that's well known. So why don't we try the Eiffel Tower in front of the pyramids? Pyramids of Giza. Let's try that. It kind of looks like we have the Eiffel Tower in a desert scene, but it is not giving me the sort of Eiffel Tower in Egypt that I was looking for. There's no pyramids, so that's a fail. The shot of the Eiffel Tower itself is the same really in each of them, which is interesting because it does look like the Eiffel Tower. I mean, it seems to be quite photoreal. So in terms of them qualifying as photographic, I mean, kind of. They sort of do, honestly, from a distance. I wish that this second one here, I wish that this was actually pyramids that were happening. A little bit artificial looking. So overall, I mean, I'm not even going to say the results were mixed. The results are high quality in terms of the images that are being generated. In terms of the AI following the instructions all the time, not so much, it doesn't seem. At least not with the prompts that I've been trying here, which, being fair, are very short prompts without any specific instructions. But I would have expected to not have, for example, two Obamas. It would have been nice when you're asking for couples staring at each other for their eyes to be open and things like that. But overall, I'm extremely impressed with the quality of the Leonardo.ai photoreal setting. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is it awesome? Do you think that I could have given it different prompts to test? I'm always curious to know what you think. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe because it encourages me to make more videos. And with that, I will see you the next time.